So we're just gonna hop right into it. I already primed my eyelids and now I'm going in with this Physicians Formula Trio Gel Liner. I'm taking the black one on the top and I'm just gonna apply that all over my lid as a base for the shadow that I will be putting down. Now I'm going into my LORAC Pro Palette. I believe this is the only palette I would be using for this tutorial, and I'm taking the color Espresso and I'm going in with a dense blending brush and I'm just going to lightly wash that over my lid and then continue to bring that color up pretty high. I realized that the shadow was getting a little bit messy, so I'm taking some translucent powder on a flat shader brush. I'm just applying that on the outer corners so that way the edges won't look so messy. And then I'm going back, same color, same brush, and just continuing to build that color and that shape up. I wanted to keep a pretty rounded shape because bare eyes are round. And then I'm going in with a flat shader brush and really packing on that same shadow all over my lid where I apply that base. I'm taking my shader brush with the same shade and I'm continuing to build that shape up. I'm really bringing it all the way in on my inner corners. Now going back into the palette, I'm taking the color Taupe and I'm going to be going in with my blending brush and just blending out those edges. It is a really dark color that we initially laid down, so it's going to take a lot of blending. And I'm taking that blending shade all the way up to my brow bone. Now I'm going in with that initial dark shade with the dense blending brush. I'm just applying more color higher up and then I'm going to go in and blending. I do a lot of building up and blending until I get the desired look that I want. After I got the look where I wanted it to be, I just dusted off that translucent powder and then I'm going to go in with my lashes. After lashes are applied, I'm moving on to the face. So I'm taking my Eclipse palette from Coastal Scents and I'm going in with that darkest cream concealer shade and I'm actually going to be using that as contour. I regret doing this part in the end, but I essentially did this just to try and mimic a round shape that a bear has, but it ended up not looking great, so I would skip this step if I were you, but I'm just going to go ahead and contour the entire perimeter of my face. Now I'm just going in with my setting powder and setting all the places where I didn't contour. And then I'm going in with my contour powder and setting all of the contour. Moving on to the fun part, the brow. So I'm going in with my brow pencil and I'm just going to very roughly fill in my brows, and then I'm going to start to create hair-like strokes above my brow and just like elongate all the hairs. And I do this pretty sporadically. I'm not doing this in a specific pattern. I'm just doing it basically to look like I have really furry brows, and I do this all the way from the front of my brow to my tail. Next, I'm going in with just a really dark brown eyeshadow and a thin squared brush, and I'm just applying more hair strokes. I go in with 2 pencils and a eyeshadow and create this look. I feel like it added more dimension and it made it look more realistic using different products. Now I'm going in with the pencil liner and literally doing the exact same thing, just creating more hair-like strokes. Now I'm going in with my pencil liner that I actually used on my brows, and I'm applying that on my waterline. And I'm taking the same dark brown that I used all over my eye with that same dense blending brush, and I'm just really smoking and smudging out that lower lash line pretty far down. And I decided to throw in a little bit of nose contour. My nose is pretty flat and bears have a pretty prominent nose, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure bears have a pretty far out nose, so I'm mimicking that with some contour. Now I'm going in with the same gel liner that I used in the beginning, but instead of the black, I'm using the dark brown, and I'm going to take a dense, short, flat eyeshadow brush. I'm going to sketch out and fill in my bare nose and also draw 2 lines to connect to my upper lip. Because I don't have a true brown lipstick, I'm going in with a nude tone lipstick and I'm applying that all over my lips. And then I'm just going to take a brown eyeshadow, I believe the same brown eyeshadow that I used on my lid. And I'm just going to dot that on top of my lips and blend it in to create a brown lipstick. DIY hack. After the lips, it's time for the ears. So I majorly failed. I made the ears too big, but I'm still going to show you. It's the same method. I'm just going to fold a paper in half and then I'm going to draw the sketch. I draw basically a semicircle and then draw another semicircle within the semicircle. Geometry 101. And you can't see it. It just looks like a plain white paper, but I assure you there's an outline on there. And then I'm going to cut it out and then stick in some bobby pins so it can stick on my head. But you will see that I majorly failed because I somehow thought that making big ears was going to work, and it didn't. So after this big major fail, I show you that I made them way smaller. You want to make them basically the size of your bobby pin so that way your bobby pins fit and so that way they can stick into your hair. And after I fix my major fail of DIY ears, the bare look is complete. I really hope you guys enjoyed. It was pretty simple, pretty easy, and it's a great idea for Halloween. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.